Welcome to another installment of the RE3 podcast. Can you scroll up there?
I can.
Today our guest is going to be a local Arizona labor and delivery nurse. We're very excited about. She's also a mobile IV nurse, a former emergency room nurse, and studying to be one of Arizona's next general practitioners. We can't wait to introduce you to her. But first, it's been a minute. We got Dre in the booth. We got Big Deezy. And as always, me, Jeremy. Dude, there's so many things that have kind of been going on. And a couple things, dude, it just hit me today. So I added it in for today's podcast to talk about. Rick and Morty season 7. After Justin Roiland got kicked from the show, right? Maybe rightfully so. I don't know that much about it. I don't know if you do.
No, I haven't watched it, though.
You haven't watched season 7?
No.
What, on purpose or?
I just haven't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know it was coming out.
It's been out. It's been out for so long. Yeah, it's been out, but it's new voices because Justin Roiland's gone. And so I rewatched. I watched it the first time. I tried to be unbiased. You know, just watch it. Try and block out all the noise of the controversy that was happening with Justin Roiland. I don't know if you know about, but there was like some weird like kidnapping charge or something from an ex-girlfriend. That got dismissed in court, but they didn't bring him back on the show. So then it turns out there was other allegations from within his work group that he had been, I don't know, kind of weird with some of the ladies. Also that he may have been like talking to 14-year-old girls on the internet.
Okay.
And he voices all these really great characters across different cartoons. And first and foremost being Rick and Morty, which is a massively popular show. I think all of us watch it. But you haven't watched season 7, so it kind of kills the whole thing, dude. Have you watched season 7, Booth?
I want to say yes.
Well, he finally fights Rick Prime. Right, so he finds the Rick that showed up and killed his wife. With evil Morty, he teams up with, anyway. It's not spoilers because everybody's seen it except for y'all.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
Got to go and check that out. Whoops.
Yeah, you guys should have seen this.
Yeah, coming up to a year.
Yeah, dude, it's not new. It's certainly not new, but okay. So what I would like to, I'll just tell you guys kind of what I think. And now I've rewatched the season a couple times, and kind of the criticism is that from the writers or from the studio is that if you're criticizing season 7, it's not because of the writing, it's because you're a Justin Roiland fanboy who doesn't care about what he did.
Yeah.
And you're just dogging the show because of that. Dude, and I don't care about Justin Roiland at all.
It's kind of normal though when you been watching something and they change the character up, you're like, oh fuck this.
Yeah, dude.
It's kind of like normal with kind of stuff. You got to get back into it. You got to get used to that new character being there.
Right, because the cadence is off. Like when you watch it.
Yeah, you don't. When you hear somebody else, you're not going to be like, oh, no, this is not right.
That's not how Rick would have said that.
Yeah. So.
And they're like, well, it's the same writers. The other dude, Justin, can't remember, Dan Harmon, he's still writing.
Yeah.
So they're like, if you don't like it, it's just because you love Justin Roiland. No, dude. Clearly, whatever input Justin put into the show made a really big difference. Like the cadence of how Rick and Morty reacted to things. I'm sure he read the line and he was like, I'm going to do it a little bit different. And they let him do it because he controlled the flow.
Yeah.
And the cadence of the characters. He is the characters. That's not my fault that he's a creep. I like Rick and Morty the way they were.
Yeah.
But we'll see. They got another season coming out. They're set up for 10 seasons, so
this season 7, I gotta check it out. I'll check it out.
yeah, they got time to go. By the time you check it out, season 8's going to be out.
I'll watch that too.
Yeah, season 8 is getting close. Can you see when is season 8 dropping? It's got to be close now.
I should have worn my slippers there. I didn't know we were going to talk about Rick and Morty.
I know. That's why I thought that we would be like, I didn't think I had to prep you for this because I thought for sure you'd be on that shit.
No, I didn't watch that one. I did not.
Oh, yeah. They're doing an anime spinoff now. Why? Why is that necessary?
I have no idea. 2025, so next year.
Interesting. Well, all right. So we'll see. You got a little bit of time. Well, anyway, so this brings me kind of into the next thing that I've been dealing with. So I've been dealing with this show being off, which is a bummer. This is probably my favorite show right now.
Do you agree with canceling?
I don't know, dude. I really don't know, because that's a great question, because on a personal level, if you're doing that stuff, like, all right, fuck you.
Yeah, you don't really deserve to have a job, especially one that.
Yeah, if you're being a
gives you
weirdo
variety.
as a Rick and Morty fan, can't you just like whip him every day before he does it? Like, just like, you get to still do the voices because we love the voices, not you. You're just gonna make like zero money. All your money goes to like
Foundation.
Yeah, do it from jail. I don't know.
Yeah.
For free.
Right.
I don't think it's right against speculation. I think you have some hard proof of you doing something, then
Well,
hey,
the case
that's
got
the second part
dismissed,
of it.
so it's it wasn't like he was found guilty and convicted of this.
Right. And I haven't seen any hard evidence. I don't think anyone has of any of the accusations against him.
that's the crazy
think I
part,
saw
because it got dismissed, but the damage is already done. So
Right.
Yeah, so it's almost like,
it's like just having that on you, somebody just saying that and it goes wide like that. It's like now you're getting looked at twice.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, they did that to the dude from The Ranch, who was part of the 70s show with Ashton Kutcher too. And he's in fucking jail, but I don't think anyone saw any of the evidence on that either.
Found guilty.
Weird though. Doesn't it feel like they're kind of like hand picking? You know, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. The old comedian. It was like drugging girls.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. Isn't he free?
He's dead.
Oh, he died? Holy shit.
Right?
Well, I mean, it's probably a good thing. Otherwise, they would have made him president.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I think he did pass away.
He died.
From the pudding.
Put him pop. Because last I heard, he was starting to do stand-up comedy again. Free man. Released from prison.
Children, education, born.
He's not dead.
He's still alive?
He's not dead. He's doing
the streets?
He's on the streets, dog.
He's alive.
He's totally alive.
That's terrifying.
Put him pop.
Well, don't add that part there.
A little roofie.
Which part? Oh, that you thought he was dead?
Yeah.
You're in so much trouble, dude. I think we're allowed to think he was dead. Not you're. Anyway.
Sorry, I thought the raper was dead.
It's been real quiet post conviction, because he actually got convicted, and I thought that we saw a lot of evidence of his shit. Like, a lot of people come forth.
Yeah, that's not evidence. It was fucking 40 years ago. Shit.
Yeah, that's not really evidence either, huh? Damn. Okay, so what I was getting to, though, was I did find a show. It's not a new show. It's called Evil. And they have have you seen this shit? I knew it was your shit right away, dude. That show
It's crazy.
is so fucking wild, man. It's like The Exorcist. Have you seen it?
No.
It's like The Exorcist turned into a television series, but with fucking demons and the Catholic Church, dude.
It's just good shit.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And
haven't started the new season. Came out this year.
right, the brand new season 5, which is the last season. So they have season 1 and 2 on Netflix. And I've found a new appreciation for Netflix because season 3 and 4 is on Paramount Plus. And I've been watching Paramount Plus. We get it for free from our Walmart, whatever subscription, like they deliver our groceries to the house and shit from Walmart. I forget what it's called, like Walmart Plus or some shit.
I got that too.
And they give you Paramount Plus for free.
Didn't know that. Check that out.
Yeah, you should. They should tell people. Like, why the fuck did I not know? Someone told us. That's how we ended up signing them with our Walmart shit, and then you have an account with Paramount Plus. So they have season 3 and 4 of Evil. It's a great show. I recommend everybody watch it. I've been watching Paramount Plus for one reason only, and that's to watch like every season of Survivor. We've talked about this on the pod before. Lately, though, the commercials are out of control. Bro, 88-second commercials. Anytime the show would naturally have a commercial break, they have it hit a like 88 seconds to 113 seconds.
Yes.
It's almost worse than TV was.
Annoying. That's what makes me stop watching stuff sometimes. Like, fuck this.
Yeah. Yes. And the very worst part about it, dude, is you can come back from an 88-second commercial break and realize, like, I had fast forwarded because I was pissed off at, like, I'm watching like season 20 or something, and there's this dude Cochran and another dude Brandon, and they voted out the dude I liked, Ozzy, and so I skipped to watch him at like the final tribal council. It plays after 88 seconds. So it did a commercial after I fast forwarded. And I realized I was like a minute or two. I fast forwarded too much. I backed up a minute. Another 88-second commercial. Bro, Paramount Plus is out of control.
Yeah, dude.
It's got to be the worst of the streaming platforms.
Yeah, with their commercials, yeah. They are. Suck.
And okay, so now I want to watch Evil. I'm literally having to mentally prepare myself
Commercial.
to watch the show I've been watching on Netflix seamlessly, beautifully on this shit ass app, Paramount Plus.
Well, all of them are like that. All of them, except for like Disney Plus and Netflix, have cheaper options with ads. Or you can get more expensive options and no ads.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard that Netflix is going to start a budget-friendly one with ads.
So that's the one I have. But again, it's like maybe once or twice in a couple episodes, they'll pop up an ad, but it's 20 seconds. And they're good ads. Like it's like the one with Wolverine and Deadpool. Mm-hmm. And where he's like, oh, yeah, I just stole your claws to make this beer. And it's kind of fun. So you don't mind watching. I've probably watched it 30 times. I don't care every time. It's a little funny. The ads on Paramount Plus are so garbage, bro. They're old television ads.
It's still not bad. Like I'll watch some live TV.
Yeah.
Like I don't pay for cable, but I got an antenna for
What? You got an antenna?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got it for like national sports. You know,
Your TV don't come with the live TV?
it comes with live TV, but like it doesn't pick up a bunch. Like the Samsung TV Plus, it comes with. But to get the local channels, I have to get an antenna.
Old school.
So like the whole reason why I got it was to watch the Super Bowl last year. Because it's not streaming anywhere, and I wanted it on my TV. So I was like, I'll just buy a $25 antenna.
What is the NFL's problem, though? Seriously, when it comes to that specifically, you used to play all your fucking games on TV. Now you have to have like You got to have an antenna, a mast on your house to catch some random signal floating through space.
Yeah, which trips me out, because I hadn't done it in so long.
Yeah.
Like watch live TV through an antenna. I'm like, dude.
You're up there. You got a kid up there holding a fork and holding the antenna.
No, I had to like secure it really close to the ceiling to be able to pick up, because you have to scan for channels. So if it's in a different location, like I only get like 30 channels, but when I put it up here, I got 50.
So you're doing TV like the 1950s.
Yeah. But so I've just watched some. It was already on. I was watching the baseball game.
Yeah.
Or why did I put that antenna on? There was a reason.
Yeah, regardless of the reason.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm watching TV again, and I'm like, oh yeah, dude.
You're trying to find those old bushy porn channels that used to be.
I am. but they're 3 minutes. In a 30-minute episode of something, there's 9 minutes worth of ads.
That's crazy.
You just forget about that.
Yeah,
being a kid, but
of course,
3 minutes every commercial break, and there's always 3.
But
in a 30-minute
they
show.
spoiled us, and they're trying to bring it back, dude. I think streaming is turning back into old TV. Right? That's what they want to do. They want to take it back to old TV.
Someone's going to reinvent cable.
They're just turning the Wi-Fi channels back into television channels. Oh, it's great. Watch. Eventually, Netflix will be a channel that you can get in like
network?
Sling. Yeah. Or Pluto TV or some shit. And be like, oh, look, we got the Netflix channel and we got your Paramount Plus channel. And we have you just come to us for $150 a month and you'll have all your That's what cable was.
Yep.
Bastards. So on that note, what's the very best streaming platform right now, today? If you had to pick one out of all of them. Oh, it's getting hard.
So many.
It's getting hard, dude.
I really like the shows on Apple TV. I like the shows.
Yeah.
Oh, they got that one show on there that's fucking awesome.
What is it?
The Changeling?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Changeling
or something like
that?
I have to check that out. But the production.
Can you pull it up? What is Changeling?
It's dope, dude.
Because Apple TV is probably the one I know the least about.
Changeling?
Changeling.
The Changeling.
He hit it right on the head, dude. It is called Changeling.
Changeling.
Yeah, this right here.
Apollo and Emma's love story is a fairy tale until Emma mysteriously vanishes. Okay. Bereft, Apollo finds himself on a death-defying odyssey through a New York City he didn't know existed, based on an award-winning novel. So what is this, like he gets into the never? What do they call it in that Stranger Things?
I never saw it.
It just reminds you of a
Never saw Stranger Things.
What? What? No, it kind of reminds me of a Key and Peele type of show. Like a Peele type of
Jordan Peele production.
Jordan Peele production.
I was about to say Key.
No, I'm not Key and Peele. I'm
Sketch
Jordan
comedy?
Peele.
It doesn't look comedic. Oh, they're laughing. It could be funny. Okay, so check out The Changeling. That's a good one to know. So you're going with Apple TV?
Well,
you're going with Apple.
I'm not going with Apple TV. I'm saying I really like their show. Their originals, anyway.
Yeah.
I like their original shows. Okay. I don't know, man. I like Peacock, the NBC one.
Peacock. They got a lot of trans commercials. That's what I've noticed. I like Peacock too because I think you can watch Cops on there. There's another one we watch Cops on. We still like Cops.
Yeah. Hulu.
I've been out on Hulu for a while.
I think I'm going to have to go with Prime.
Yeah. Arizona. Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime is...
I'm going to have to go with Prime.
I haven't started the new season of The Boys yet.
But they got a lot of good shows on there.
Yeah.
That I watch now.
They really do. And somehow they kind of get left out of the conversation a lot, but
they got a ton of good shows.
They're kind of consistently up there.
Yeah.
And
There's like 3 shows I'm watching, and I'm just waiting to come back on there.
You know what I love about Prime? I used to do this with YouTube. Like you could buy full season, and whatever they don't stream, you can buy. And then it goes in your library. So that's what I do. That's where I watch Rick and Morty. I buy the season when it comes out, and then I have every season on there. I can just let it play. We have every season of The Office on Prime.
Oh God, my wife.
Do you have
Prison Mike
a VPN?
Do I have a VPN? Well, okay, so I did because I have a year of VPN because DZ was talking me into doing the jailbroke Amazon Fire Stick.
I wasn't.
Yeah, he didn't. Somebody taught me what to do, and dude, I'm just terrible at navigating it. I'm so bad at it. But I bought the damn VPN before I ever tried doing it, and so yeah, everything's on a VPN, but I have no idea how to use that Fire Stick. He showed me the other day. He came over. Somebody came over. Somebody came over. Somebody by the name of came over, and they showed me how to legally and access the Planet of the Apes film, the new one, so I can check it out. And again, as soon as that person left, I was completely incapable of. I think I paused it or something and pressed back, and I couldn't get back to it. And just bad at it.
What I like doing, the reason why I'm bringing it up is depending on where you are, all your streaming services have different options. So I can get a bunch of different shows on Netflix if I log in from Korea. Not only do I get them their shows and stuff, but they give a different options that they don't do in the States and anywhere else across the globe.
That's kind of weird too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like curating options. Like if you have Korean shit, why don't you just let me have the option to look at Korean shit if I want to?
Right.
What if I like it? You can put English subtitles on it, right? Yeah, cool. That's another thing I want to look into. Because we were just talking about this because who'd you say? Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
She just did that new track with like a Japanese artist or whatever, and it's got like Japanese bars in it. And he was playing it for me. I'm like, that is fire. Because I'm tired of English, bro. I hear English all the time.
Yeah, predominantly.
It's boring.
All day.
Yeah. Can you show me the pod dog again? Yeah.
Oh, so what's your best? You could only pick one streaming service.
I have no idea. I don't even know why I asked that question. I started thinking about this when you guys were answering. I'm like, it's impossible to choose. After he said Prime, I'd probably have to go with Prime. But Netflix has like every time a comedian drops a special, it's on Netflix.
That's what they don't like about Netflix. Is one thing is they just drop everything at once.
You like it. You like
it
being like dropped.
Yeah,
Like a
because it
weekly
keeps me
thing.
interested. Yeah, like instead of just dropping, I'll sit there one day and just watch the whole fucking season. I got to wait a whole other year. Like, God damn it.
Yeah. You're right. I used to remember like DVR and stuff, or getting together with the family. Like, hey, it's 7:00 on Monday. Seventh Heaven is on.
God, can you believe we used to watch Seventh Heaven? What a weird version of an American Family that show was. Like, it was wildly popular at the time.
A pastor with 7 kids.
Nobody asked how he got all those. Oh, his wife was dead, right?
No, she was alive.
Nah, I
They had
can't
that
remember
long
the show.
song in the beginning of it.
Yeah. You watch that song every fucking time, too.
Smiling. Oh, it's so good.
Just so great. Well, but you could see why Malcolm in the Middle was so popular during that time because
What was the alternative?
Was 7-7.
This Bible thumping dad, like, you know.
Good, wholesome American family.
Weed is bad. Thank you. God told me to tell you that.
Yeah, dude. That reminds me of something that, I was just watching on the last season of Survivor. And these dudes were praying like every 3 minutes. And so, like, praying to find the idol, like to help them win the game. Like, Jesus, man, this.
I don't think God cares about that.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, man, you really like. And then someone found it. And they're like, I just prayed for it, and God delivered the idol to me. You're like,
No, pretty much that was scripted, son.
yeah. That's a great point.
Like, I always find myself feeling really ridiculous when I, like, you know, I'll do a raffle or something. And I'm like, do a little prayer in my head, like, please God, I really, let's be great. And I'm like, I'm an asshole. There's some people with real problems out there.
Oh, I stopped entirely. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
Like going back in time, you're like, oh man, if I can just get the lottery this time, Lord.
Please God.
And he's up there like, nope, not in the plan. Not you. You're going to struggle. All right. So moving on to the next bit of just what's relevant today, dude. And we got to kind of talk about it because it's what's happening. Everybody at this point, we talked about it on the last episode, the debate, which was a wild debate. Crazy. They argued about golf. They transitioned seamlessly somehow from nuclear war to golf. And Trump, like, you can't even carry your own bag, Joe. Right. My bag has been carried.
You want to race?
Yeah. Huh? Oh, yeah. Which brings it to that debate was almost garbage. They can throw that away.
No, they got to keep that one. That's one.
They should keep. You're right.
That one's for
It's
the
a good part. But the very best debate between Trump and Biden didn't come from Trump and Biden at all. It came from the latest episode of Kill Tony, where Shane Gillis plays Donald Trump and Adam Ray plays Biden. I wonder, we didn't really plan this, but do you think you can find a highlight reel on YouTube?
Yes.
For a Kill Tony, Trump and Biden, I showed this to you.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Oh, they were so fired, dude. And honestly, it kind of captures the whole essence of what is going on between these two candidates.
That's what we call this guy. He's sold out this country.
What are you doing at Trader Joe's?
Just like
Trader Joe, that's what we call this guy. He's sold out this country.
This might be the first episode where I literally pass out in the middle of the show.
Welcome to my world.
So the latest episode of Kill Tony was quite
All
possibly
right,
the
this
20th
is
episode.
unbelievable. That's just a little taste. I recommend to any these guys were so fire. And dude, I just really feel like I watched it again. I showed a couple more people after I showed you. And as ridiculous as, like, they're obviously what do you call it? It's like a parody, pretending to be them and exaggerating the traits. But it kind of is the essence of what we're doing, which brings me back to last episode. Morgan Freeman should be the president of the goddamn United States. Tired of these fools, man. Or Prison Mike.
Prison Mike.
Oh.
And then they friggin' anyway. We're talking about this more coming up. Actually, I think it's a good transition into what we're now calling the news from the booth. All right, Booth, present it.
Well, it's been a while. since we've been here, so there's a lot to catch up on. Like there's so much to dissect. I mean, were you guys involved in the Kendrick and Drake beef?
Oh yeah,
That was really good.
We talked about that on the last episode. Yeah, the one that you didn't show up to.
I was busy.
You were being rude. I'm just kidding.
I wasn't super involved, but I like that the last end of it was fucking awesome.
That last song, Not Like Us. That's just my favorite. It's so good.
It's probably the most fire bars that we've had in a rap song in a long time.
I'm just around the house like, wah, 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 wah. All right, so I won't spend any time on that, but that was just really fun.
Yeah, it's worth bringing up again. Yeah. It was great.
Yeah. Right now, what just happened, what we just saw, was Biden pulls out of the race.
Whoa.
That was today. That was like an hour ago. He officially said he doesn't want to do this. On his statement that was released from him from the White House, he had said, "We believe that it is more important for me to focus on what I need to accomplish by the end of my term than to put energy into campaigning."
That is a terrifying statement coming from Joe Biden. I'd rather him focus on a loot. Never mind.
Yeah, there's going to be a war. Speaking of bombs, you should see my drive. But what might have really caused this is everyone saying that Trump has this election in the bag because someone tried to kill him.
Bro, they shot
his ear off.
Dude, this is like stuff out of like we grew up in a world where we heard about presidential debate, right? In JFK or presidential assassinations, and JFK being one of the biggest examples. We've heard about Ronald Reagan, but even from when I was a kid, it would always seem like something of the past.
Yeah, like people don't do that anymore.
People don't do that anymore.
We're not a bunch of savages.
But this weird kid climbed on top of a building that was close by, right? Secret Service, all this kind of stuff around. And I thought that people were being like a little like, obviously people that really, really love Trump, everything's a conspiracy. Right away, everything's they tried to, whatever, that they're trying to murder Trump. They set it up. The Secret Service. I'm going to do this in our favorite voice here. I'm going to do this. They purposely did not check out that rooftop because they wanted to kill Donald Trump. So that's what I imagine Alex Jones is probably saying. I haven't heard anything from him, but I did see a video where they were questioning the Secret Service director, and they're like, how come nobody was looking at that roof? And she goes, well, the roof was sloped, so it would be dangerous. And then people took the pictures of the roof the snipers were actually set up on, and that one, and it was way more fucking sloped than the one that she said they couldn't go because it was too dangerous. And then people even like tilted the picture to make him look flat or whatever, so you can see the world behind him is all fucking slanted. Oh,
it's pretty wild. It's crazy. It's crazy how cool he looked. Like it. Well, you remember when Shane Gillis was talking?
Yes.
Like it'd be. I'm sure
joke,
it'd be hilarious.
The joke he had. It'd be the funniest assassination of all time. Right. He'd make a weird noise.
Sit down. You're gay. But he looks so cool. Like you see that picture, him with fist in the air, blood on his face, American flag. Like, damn, dude, that's really fucking cool.
This is a weird. So, like, on one side, people are talking about the conspiracy theory from the right, and then the conspiracy theory from people on the left is like, and I had a personal friend say it, like, Trump staged his own
Yeah, I
assassination.
saw that too.
And I'm like, dude, that's a pretty ballsy stage. Like, just shoot my ear.
Dude, I just really think it was just not even big enough. The news, anything.
Yeah,
He
like
almost
some
got
people still don't
assassinated,
know.
and it was just that day.
Yeah.
Then it was gone.
Gone.
It was like, oh, they almost killed him.
Because the imagery was so powerful, dude. When you see that video or the picture with blood running down his face, his face is like, he was legitimately pissed. He wasn't scared. He got up like, fight, fight. like fucking Walt, like what, like Braveheart. Freedom.
They kept the mic on. Let me get my shoes.
Yeah. Bring that son of a bitch down here. I wanna kick his body. He's dead. Good. I'm glad he's dead. And then he comes out in the RNC, which I didn't watch, but I saw clips online to 50 cents, Manny Man, which we played on our intro.
50 Cent
Played it
within
at the
that
show.
week, played it at a show, and then on his album cover behind him had Trump's face.
How fucking
Like, how
wild.
cool.
That is crazy, dude.
And like 30 seconds later, Hulk Hogan at the RNC, you know, brother, Trumpomania. Holy shit, dude.
Have you seen the comparisons between the RNC and Idiocracy?
No.
Have you seen Idiocracy? That movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nuts because Terry Crews plays the guy.
Because Donald Trump is that fucking, what is his name in the movie? President, it's like President Ridiculous or something like that. Like President, Camacho.
Yeah.
He is Camacho.
So bad. I don't know. I don't know what I believe. I think it was just a crazy kid. But it's just so wild to me to think that out there, like, why is this such a pop culture? Like, when I was 20-year-old, I don't even know if I knew who the president was. and now there's 20-year-olds wanting to kill him, like being martyrs for the cause. Like, how is this so popular? What's going on in the families or in the schools or whatever that's making you feel violent about a president?
It's the way people talk about politics. We're very pretty neutral here at the RE3 podcast, but it's funny. Like, I'm sure you know people just like I do. I know people on the right that are like, it's because the Democrats are ran by the devil. Have you seen the Denver airport? Yeah. Like, what? They're like, yeah, they have a blue horse with red eyes.
You know what that means.
And I go, what? What does it mean? They say, it's the Illuminati headquarters. I'm like, at the Denver airport? Yep. They're probably killing babies there and sucking the stem cells out of their necks.
But it's fucking funny seeing people from both sides, like two people.
Yeah.
And they're talking about it to each other. And the awkwardness. Because they both want to be like, fuck you.
Their realities are so completely different that they can't connect on any. If one of them said that.
Kind of like, oh, yeah. But you can tell his face is like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's not real. If one of them brought up baby carrots, the other one would be like, no, fucking big carrots are the way. It's because you Democrats are gay and you like small baby carrots because of the devil.
Oh, shit, dude. It's funny.
Yeah, it's just so wild, dude. Yeah, but it's true. Somebody tried to assassinate. And I can't even help but say it when we're talking about it right now. You say they. Who the fuck is they? As far as we know, it's just some crazy kid.
Yeah.
But no matter who it is, right, left, completely neutral, people say they tried to kill Trump. And because of that, there is like a solidification kind of behind the general idea against assassinating an American politician. And the imagery pushes it right along too. And meanwhile, RFK Jr., who I enjoy him. He's crazy. He's a little wild, but he's on
fucking nuts.
he's on he's on Instagram with like ladybugs all over his face and hanging out with like the ex, like the daughter of the Kellogg's family. Yeah, you should show one of these, dude. It's so good.
But he said he was there too, wasn't he?
RFK? I don't know, but
Somebody said he was in the crowd.
oh, that's wild. He's on Instagram and he's like, "Hey everybody, I'm here with ladybugs, Lady Kellogg." Right there. That's his crows. You can play that one, dude.
Which one?
See the one with the 2 crows? Down to the left.
Yeah.
Look what I came home to. That's the dad closest to me. And then the mom is second one. The 2 babies are behind them begging for food.
Okay.
Golly.
See if you can find the ladybug one. It might be posted on her stuff is the problem. But I've seen it multiple times. Right. No, that's him with his friggin' birds again, I think.
Look what I came home to. Birds?
It might be on her
bro?
stuff. Yeah.
What do you do to stay healthy?
What do I do?
Yeah,
I
RFK's
go to the
ripped.
gym every day.
All right.
Yeah. And honestly, if you listen to any of the possible candidates right now, he's got great ideas. He's just a generally kind of cool guy, but nope. Donald Trump got shot at and he's going to be the next president of the United States because of it. Why can't someone shoot at this guy, dude? They shot at his family before.
I was there.
All right. That wasn't cool. That was a bad joke.
That was a great joke.
Nobody shoot.
Please don't. We do not condone assassinations.
No, I want him to win. I think it would be cool if he won. That's all.
I like that
it'd be
one
different.
guy. What was the Vikander?
Oh, are you talking about the Republican,
Yeah.
like Indian dude?
Yeah, I love
A lot
that
of
guy.
people like him.
I like that guy.
A lot of people. I don't know anything about him.
He's just like he seemed like such good ground. He said all the same thing. Like I felt like the Republicans should have really loved him because he said all the same stuff as Trump, but said it more eloquently.
Yeah, just correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with compassion and conviction instead of "you're gay,
Yeah.
you're fat."
Yeah. Well, it just shows you America's not ready for a brown person to be president of the United States.
Yeah, no, it's still 9/11 wasn't that long ago.
Anyway.
All right.
There'll be inside jobs left and right.
Yeah, what do we got on the pod doc here?
In the interest of time,
Oh wait. Here we go. We got one more news from the booth, right?
butter made from CO2 could pave the way for food without farming.
What? In what way? New butter.
So,
Can I just say something real quick? No.
yes.
No, thank you.
Yes.
I don't want this friggin' fake butter. They tried fake butter before and it tastes fantastic, but it's terrible for you,
Can't
right?
believe
Margarine? Margarine? We already have fake butter.
Yeah. And it's wild to think, I feel like this is probably in history one of the healthier generations or times. Like
Yeah.
everyone's very food conscious
Yeah.
about what they're putting in. But they're also climate conscious and this and that. So I don't know how we got to the point where it was like, what would be good is if we made butter out of our emissions.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm so health conscious that we did the episode where we talked about Celsius.
Oh yeah.
right? Because they're using poop water to generate their vitamin B12. So my health consciousness led me to buy one, but out of shame, put it on ice in a glass. They're just so good, dude.
Oh, I didn't know this, but this is a startup backed by Bill Gates.
That dude will not stop messing with food. He's obsessed, dude.
That's kind of scary in a way.
Yeah, he's a scary dude.
It's like
He hates
it's like
cows.
when it's like what Kanye said. I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck she know about cameras?
Why did he say I love Kanye so much, dude?
Kanye's my favorite.
Say what you want about Kanye, but he is not boring.
Entertainment forever.
It's just the best, dude. Don't it?
So yeah, like I like some of the Microsoft. What the fuck's he know about butter? Like what?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Like,
Stay in your lane, bud.
Stay in your lane, dude. Make another Microsoft Excel.
Like
you know?
I mean, everyone yesterday. Microsoft systems failed everywhere. They had to ground like all flights. They weren't doing any flights.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Because everything went bad. So like yeah, stay in your lane, dude. Like your systems are falling apart right now, and you're worried about butter.
No way the systems are falling apart, dude. That had to be. Is this my crazy like autistic conspiracy mind going when I hear something like that? I'm like, it didn't fail. It's never failed. Somebody turned it off for a second.
Maybe like tripped over a cord. Pulled it out.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. It's like our studio, just cords running all around.
Yeah.
So much. Damn.
I don't like how you insinuated that everyone who has a conspiracy theory is autistic. Although I don't know if there's been a formal study on this.
I don't think there has. They should start with me. Because I'd really like to know why I think this way. Why inherently? Oh, I'll tell you why. And I was watching. I found an Instagram channel that is all like George Carlin's bits clipped up, and I just started watching every one of them, dude. And I grew up on George Carlin. And one of my favorite ones of his was like, "I don't trust the government." And if you do, then fuck you. What are you, fucking stupid? George Carlin was the best, man. George Carlin? Richard Pryor?
Yes, love that guy.
Richard Pryor. To me, they're both like hand in hand for their era. They were just so good. So good.
So apparently this reduces emissions by using carbon. By using carbon rather than emitting it, its footprint is less than 0.8 grams of CO2, while real unsalted butter, 80% fat, produces 2.4 grams of CO2 equivalent per calorie. And I'm sure, there's good carbon out there. Like which one? CO2 is fine, but just CO.
There's an argument online right now where they're like, stop trying to reduce, like put more plants.
Yeah.
Because plants need CO2 to generate oxygen. So they're like, what, you keep trying to reduce CO2. Like, we just need more plants. Stop chopping down fucking forest. Plant new forests. Like, convert our CO2 into oxygen. We need oxygen. Less CO2 means less plant life. Less plant life.
We could probably save entire rainforest if people just stop sending credit card offers.
They can fucking plant rainforest. We should
check the mail.
Yeah, we can
credit
make
card
rainforest.
Nope.
Yeah. It is kind of wild to think that it was a big thing when we were kids, right? Plant a tree.
Yeah,
Earth Day?
Save the Rainforest was like the 90s global care.
Yeah. Did we accomplish that? Did we save it?
No.
Well, fuck.
It's still getting destroyed.
Even worse.
Well, unbelievable.
But it's wild to think, would you just like that lab-grown chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that? They've used the cells, animal cells, to produce meat, chicken meat,
That makes me unhappy.
and that's in California. Would you eat it?
Fuck no.
We're probably already fucking eating it. Discount chicken.
CO2 butter all over your
You know, it's crazy
lab-grown
because
chicken.
I've been frying chicken for years, a long time. And my wife, she went and she went to Walmart and got some little party wings. Mm-hmm. When I say this shit would not fry, it would not fry.
Were they raw?
Raw,
Okay.
I heat up the oil, got it all going. It was nice and hot. I battered it, threw it in the grease. The flour just fell off and it would not fry.
What the hell? Did you just throw it
It
away?
separated I threw it away. And I went back to the store. I was like, no, it gotta be the grease.
It was weird chicken.
Yeah. So I went back to the store, got some grease, did another batch, and same thing. Wife was like, this is not even done. I said, yeah, I've been sitting here for 2 hours.
All right, guys.
This chicken.
I don't want to. I hate to cut this short, but our guest has arrived, so we're going to set up, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
All right.
All right. Okay, here we go. Our guest, the local Arizona labor and delivery nurse. That's correct, right? Lindsey Donahue. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're also a mobile IV nurse, a former emergency room nurse. Is that correct?
No.
Not emergency room,
not
but
emergency, but we
like
do.
prison hospital.
No,
You didn't do
kind
that?
of.
Kind of for a minute.
It was a very small portion of my nursing career.
Got it. Got it. Okay, so
Small
my
hospital.
research is.
It was like, but it was a small hospital and had. You just did a little bit of everything.
Right, which is exciting. Also, you're studying to be one of Arizona's next general practitioners. Is that correct?
I guess we can go with that.
All right. So our future doctor, everybody.
Jeremy, do you know anything about her?
Yeah.
Okay, that was rude. I'm just going to mute the booth from this point on. Okay. All right, we can scroll down. So we know that this isn't exactly your specialty, but
No, I've never done this before, but
right. Yeah. And thank you for coming
Yeah.
on the RE3 podcast to get it started.
sure.
I have a tab open right there, right? Yep. So I just want
my.
to start with this.
Okay.
Is the sound up over there?
Looks like I have like a 3-inch penis with these.
All
big
right.
old
All
fat
right.
balls.
Reset it real quick.
All just skin. So you got to think it's skin like that, just hanging between my legs. So it looks like I have like a 3-inch penis with these big old fat balls. I lost the weight. My vag is all just skin. So you got to think it's skin like that, just hanging between my legs. So it looks like
Okay. What can you tell us about this?
I can say that this is more real than you know.
Is this Ozempic?
I think she needs some Ozempic.
Oh yeah.
Being in labor delivery land, we see
A lot.
a lot.
Which is a perfect segue into what is the wildest thing you've seen?
Meth is bad.
Oh,
That's what I've seen.
Oh.
Meth is bad, especially when you are, with child.
of course.
Because the baby does meth too. Some of these parents don't know that, but when they take meth while they're pregnant, the baby's doing meth too.
Makes it a little
Surprise.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy what people don't know. I guess.
That's probably the craziest.
I wonder if that's something like if you're doing meth, like confirmation bias, you think they're just kind of blocking out the idea that it's going to affect the baby?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I don't think they think that it gets to the baby. I think that's just their addiction. And
being born addicted to meth, that is a rough start.
And that's not even the bad one. That's actually the good one. The meth actually speeds up their lung. From what I've seen, those meth babies do okay.
Oh.
Considering.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So, like supercharging an engine, they just come out
They come out
firing on all
They come out okay.
The
But
fastest children you've ever seen.
Yeah.
we actually, in labor and delivery, we call it a meth induction. They can put themselves in labor with the meth.
You make it
Very
seem
interesting.
Like it's pretty common. Like you see a lot of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arizona.
Yeah.
It's common. It's my specialty. It's what the patient I usually end up getting.
Have you seen the show Evil on Netflix? Okay.
Yeah, I think I actually have.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's a lady working with the Catholic Church to
Yes.
like do exorcisms, but she
Yes.
doesn't believe in.
Yes.
Did you see the scene, the episode where they go to the pastor's,
middle of the cornfield?
Yes, to the cornfield.
Yes. Yep. That's what a meth delivery is like.
Oh my God. So when you said meth delivery, that's what I thought about. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Just
They
as-
come in higher than all and they just blast out a baby.
I'm actually not sure that there's not a correlation between meth and, all right, this is going to sound a little crazy, but like what we kind of considered like demonic forces on this planet, because people do crazy shit on meth.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time you hear about like somebody killing their whole family and like,
They're not there. They're not there mentally.
right.
They're gone.
Okay. Well, that got dark.
It's not where we were expecting to go right off the
but
bat, but there we were.
It always happens. I don't know what it is. We always try and talk about something on this podcast that
It just goes back.
yeah, and it just goes to the darkest place right away. And we're like, okay, well, this
like,
is
how
not
do we
fun.
get back out from
How
there?
do we get out of this?
Well, I mean, people think that labor and deliveries shun sunshine and rainbows. So,
But it's not always.
no.
So
No, we do a little bit of everything.
and when you're doing a delivery on a night, it's not one
Mm-hmm.
family, one baby getting born.
Right.
You
We
you might have
usually-
like 3 or 4
Oh,
rooms.
yeah. I mean, when they're really about to have a baby, you usually only have them assigned to you, only one nurse. But
Yeah.
there could be 3 people trying to deliver at one time. Yeah. You never know.
So you can have a meth baby next door.
That's the hardest. I think one of the hardest things about my job is one room you have this meth mom who doesn't. It's just a difficult situation, and then in the other room, you have to put on a different face and not even.
So
you don't
you-
have to allude to what's in the other room happening.
Yeah, so you can be
Mm-hmm.
watching a demon birth in a cornfield. Like,
It's
hey,
pretty
how's
accurate.
it going in here?
Hey, can I get you anything? Some cranberry juice?
Oh my God, that makes so much sense if I'm thinking about like,
You never know.
yeah, or times that we've been like, we don't want to, hopefully we're not bothering you, but can we get like chipped ice or something? They're
Yeah,
like,
that's
no,
the thing.
you're not bothering
We
me.
want to be bothered with that.
You're like, this
Please,
is much more,
bother me for that.
ask me for more shit. That's going to
Yes.
keep me out of the room next door.
Please, yes. You have those patients where you're like, I could spend the whole night in your room and be okay with that. And then there's someone that's like, can another nurse call me in like 2 minutes to get me out of this room, please?
No.
Yeah.
kidding.
Unfortunately.
So what are some great like things to expect when expecting, like if I'm a pregnant woman right now, I'm going to be in the hospital next week from the inside perspective. Like what's the good etiquette?
Please stay off of TikTok.
Oh.
Those aren't real. Those situations are every once in a while I get, but I feel like lately we've, as nurses, have really had to battle the whole TikTok epidemic of unrealistic expectations in labor and delivery. And we're kind of sometimes made out to be the bad guys as hospital and medical staff. Like,
Great point. Interesting. Like, what's a specific kind of
like that we pressure people into epidurals or pressure people into certain things, and we don't. Our thing is to educate the options.
Yeah.
And take your situation and help you decide what to do and what's best for you and your story.
Yeah, because
Safely.
so specifically on that, like there's no policy inside hospitals where you can't bring your, like, if you're interested in having a midwife or a doula, they can always.
You can bring your doula.
Yeah. And they participate and work with the hospital.
Yeah. So most of the time we like when they bring their doula. Sometimes we don't. Depends on the doula.
Depends on the doula. Get a good doula. Don't bring me.
Don't bring your junk doula that wants to do my job and everybody else's.
God.
Yeah.
So true.
Interesting.
But yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because I think I've actually kind of talked to people. Well, it's funny to think. So we have three kids, and we've done the hospital twice, and then we did a home birth the third time. But it's funny to think, like, when we had our first baby, you do all this research and you think you know.
You think you know.
And you go in and you're very demanding. You're like, everything's heightened. All your senses are heightened. It's a very important thing to you.
It's something, it's an experience and a story you don't get to redo.
Right.
You don't. It's the story.
Yeah. Yeah. You get that story one time. But there's not a clear roadmap for people on how to kind of navigate this experience.
And there's not. But TikTok thinks that they are. But, you know, they think they're helping these parents. And they're actually ending up doing some harm, because then us as medical staff feel like we're up against the world and we're the bad guys.
Well, and what you're actually up against is entertainment, because everything on TikTok is.
No, if you see it there, it's real.
It's so fake. Everything on TikTok's fake. It's fake for clicks. It's the most exaggerated version.
And they take one certain aspect of the whole story, like we're talking about the whole story.
Yeah.
They're taking one aspect and thinking and it's situational. That was situational for that couple or that mom.
Yeah.
Where everything's
You don't get the whole
different.
story.
You
just
don't get the whole story.
Boom. Well, that's good right there.
Yeah.
Let's take that run with it.
And most of the things we can accommodate.
Yeah.
Almost everything we can accommodate.
Yeah. I do. I kind of.
We're on their team. They think we're, trying to press this or trying to push this.
Yeah.
We're all on the same team.
Yeah. I have the luxury of knowing you personally. So, like, I know, like, we would trust you implicitly if we went to deliver. But it is kind of funny from an institutional aspect, or if you have one bad, it's almost like what you get with cops. Like, you see one bad cop.
Yeah.
And you're like.
It's the same with nurses. There's bad nurses out there.
Right. Nurses that are killing babies. That's happened in the past, right? But it's weird because if you're someone who comes across a story like that, you might be like, these are big jokes.
This is what they did to me. And
yeah. Or like Dwight might say, like, did you mark your baby?
But did you mark him?
Did you put it? How do you know it's your baby?
Yeah.
To Prison Mike, and it wasn't his baby at all. There's no
It's true.
Oh man, yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
What else? What else you got from the hospital world? Labor and delivery world.
There's so much. So much. Let me try to think. I'd say, they all think, a lot of them think they're strapped to the bed in the hospital. You know what, like, kind of when you're talking about the story, and nothing's out of question for the most part. Other than thinking they're strapped to the bed or stuck in that room. Everything that we do you could do at home, like a home birth. You've had a successful home birth.
Yeah.
Almost everything you do at a home birth, you can do in the hospital setting.
Right.
They've made it they've come a long way.
Right.
in the hospital setting. I mean, I think a lot of parents are surprised when they get to our rooms and they're like, I can't believe how big this is and how homey it does feel. We have in our facility, we have birthing tubs, although we don't actually do the birthing in the tub itself, but
Right.
but you can labor in the tubs.
You can
which
be
is
in a
huge.
tub.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of funny that I don't think people know that they can request accommodations.
Right. I don't think they know. You can, but I also don't want to go to, I don't know if you guys have
There's
heard much
extremes.
about, there's extremes. Birth plans. Have you heard about birth plans?
No.
Don't come in with one, please. Please don't. I mean, within reason.
Of course.
We have, it's kind of back to that like TikTok thing where the TikTok told me to, or the TikTok says that we can do this or this. But those people that go to the internet and have these extravagant birth plans, I've had them handed to me in laminated sheets but
Oh my goodness.
all they really do is grab them from the internet, laminate them, and they don't do research on this. So I will go through and I will be like, so here's the risks and the benefits of this, and they don't even know what I'm
They haven't
talking
really
about,
thought
but it
about
was
it.
on their birth plan.
But do they care? Like when you tell them, or they just stuck
I
on that
mean,
plan? Like, oh no, I want
Sometimes
this.
I've had a few that are totally
no.
stuck to it, and they're like, "Nope, I'm doing this." I'm like,
It's mine.
Follow
all
the
right,
plan.
just so I'm like, just so you know, statistically, those that stick to the birth plan and don't have an open mind,
Yeah.
it all goes
They have a bad time.
haywire. They have a bad time.
Because they don't even know what's about to happen.
99.99% of the time.
Wow. Can you give us an example of the most wild birth plan that you've seen?
3 pages. It was 3 pages, not front to back, but 3 pages long.
Yeah.
And it was, in school when you had to write those outlines for your papers and submit the outlines first, it was an outline format of every little thing that could come up in labor and delivery. It was kind of like a grid outline of, if this happens, then you're going to proceed to this step of the plan. And then if this happens, and then the next section was, do not ask me about this, and this. Do not suggest this, and this to me.
Oh my goodness.
They get intense. And they have different sections. They have the sections of pre-labor. They have the labor itself, the delivery itself, the postpartum plan, the baby plan. It's all sectioned out, and it is insane.
Is this people are they trying to like get the hospital to sign this? Like, you will do these things? Are they looking
I've
for
never
like...
been asked to sign it, but
Yeah.
I have there's legal verbiage on them before I've seen, but we're we're in the hospital setting. We're backed by our hospital, so
Right.
we can only provide care within our policies and
Right.
procedures. So I can't.
I just want to get in there and get out. Like,
Right. Go have a
Yeah,
baby.
my plan, have a baby.
Safely, comma safely,
Yeah.
and then move on
Yeah.
with
Of
our
course.
lives.
Right. So, wow.
It's a lot more than people think. I think
crazy.
Well,
sunshine and rainbows.
that's
though.
the other thing about the internet is it romanticizes things. It romanticizes relationships,
Right.
vacations, and takes all it doesn't
The
show
real
any
life.
of the real life of it.
The real life, like you can have this gorgeous baby on the strip, and what I mean by that is like we have them on monitor so we can see the baby's oxygenation by their strip is what we call, but it's on the monitor.
Right.
And it's versus the mom's contractions. And so there's different things
Whoa.
that the baby can tell us when mom is contracting and when mom's not contracting.
Yeah.
And you can have a baby that just looks absolutely gorgeous on that monitor, and then all of a sudden it's not. And you are rushing to make life-saving decisions in a drop of a hat. So, and people don't realize that part of, we are an emergency department. We are a surgery scrub, we do it all. We do all the things at hospital. And it's not just labor and delivery. We also have, with the way the unhealthy population is now, we're also dealing with people with cardiac or...
Right. They have their own risks sitting in the bed.
Yeah, they have their own risks. A lot of moms are coming in now with hypertension elevated blood pressure stuff before we've even gotten pregnant and dealt with pregnancy. So
The hypertension issue, because this is becoming.
I think we have at least a hypertensive patient almost every shift, at least.
And this is definitely, because even being not involved in the medical community, you hear about,
it.
Blood pressures are rising. Hypertension is becoming more of a common issue.
And we have a whole protocol and checklist to run through immediately. And we use it, like I said, almost every shift, I feel like.
It's very interesting.
It's interesting because, I mean, I don't want to say it's for sure related to COVID vaccine, but I've personally just seen a lot more now than I ever did before, ever. And I think any labor nurse could agree with that. And the population just getting unhealthier and unhealthier. And
I noticed it in myself. So I actually, it's funny you brought that up, but I took the Johnson & Johnson and post-COVID time, and maybe, you never know. It could be stress. Maybe my workouts have gotten, but like it was like post the vaccines, even for me, it was all of a sudden my doctor's recommending like, oh, you should probably go donate blood, or where I've had periods of a little bit higher blood pressure. I'm not saying there's a correlation.
I'm not saying
anything, but it's interesting.
It's just something maybe to
Something
think
to
about.
look at.
Something
yeah.
to, I mean, I'm sure it's being looked at and has, but
It definitely has become a thing for me where I'm talking to people. It's like, just monitor your blood. Just see what your blood pressure is doing. Because it's more of an issue seemingly today than it's.
I think a lot has to do with our food and our stress.
Yeah.
Oh, a whole lot of stress going on for real, for sure.
A lot.
Yeah. They shot at the president.
Talk about stress.
So on that note, you just saved Kiki just the other day.
I did.
Terrible
Saved
stomach
your
bug.
wife's life.
Saved her life. She was having a miserable morning.
I mean, we know each other personally, and for 4 years now,
Yeah.
I have never seen her look quite like I did that morning.
She was in such bad. I was a little shocked. I didn't even know how to interact with her that morning because she was like, my head is killing me, dry heaving, throwing up, just
white as a ghost.
Yeah, just terrible. You saw her a little later in the day. I went to work, but it didn't get any better.
I couldn't believe how fast she was dehydrated because we hung out with you guys the night before.
Yeah, just the night before.
Totally fine. Eating sushi.
Yeah.
Poolside.
Having a great time. Drinking, definitely. Definitely not helping, but
not enough to get to that.
No, to that
fast.
extreme.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, she was throwing up.
So I revived her.
You revived her with your mobile
IV stuff.
Which from our own personal experience, but never to this extreme.
Right.
Have I done it before? But I've done it, and I always feel fantastic. But she went from absolutely miserably sick.
Couldn't even function.
Could not function.
She barely could open your front door for me.
Yeah. She was having.
And barely could talk.
Right. And so you gave her stuff for headache.
Yeah.
For hydration.
Correct.
And you gave her a whole gambit. Could we talk about that?
And vitamins, yeah.
And the vitamins, right?
Yeah, let's go through what I gave her just so people can kind of learn about what those services do.
Because I absolutely recommend this especially specifically with that kind of a stomach bug.
Yeah.
Where you're losing fluids like that and you can't keep anything down.
And it saves you from ending up in the emergency room, and then you're going to get some of these similar things.
Getting down there, paying $3,000 or whatever for an emergency room visit. But you can call a mobile IV nurse over to your house. You can get this treatment at home on your couch.
It's so cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah. So we come in first and consent. We consent our patients. We consent everybody we talk to, making sure that they are saying that they are willing to be stabbed. First of all.
Yeah. Right.
We don't just go stabbing people.
Right. Yep. You got to agree to it.
Got to agree to it. So no means no. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you're.
I have had patients call me over to their house and then seriously,
What's your
What?
Ocasio-Cortez, Bill Cosby, or
Or on an island of some sort.
or apparently Justin Roiland, because they ruined my favorite cartoon. But yeah, no means no. Ocasio-Cortez, I just saw a thing on online where she said, no doesn't mean no. No means find a different way.
Wow. Not going
And then, dude, and then it flashed over to Bill Cosby going, no, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. So, and we take regular vital signs.
Right.
Hers were normal. We can only proceed if they're in normal range. And
Right,
if
right,
there's a point with in which we think that they need to go to the emergency room, we would obviously recommend that first. We aren't a doctor. So
Right.
So as long as they're within those normal ranges, just happen to be sick and dehydrated.
No immediate risk to life.
Yeah, exactly. Because we have to recommend to go to the emergency room or appropriate or urgent care first. If, you know. So we get started with first a bag of, I call it LR. A lot of people call it LR. It's lactated ringers. So as a nurse, we can pick between lactated ringers, which have electrolytes in the bag with the fluids. And the other one that most people are when somebody says a bag of fluids for IV, they're thinking the normal saline. That one's just normal saline. It mimics what our blood consists of.
That's right. You taught me about this the one time. You're like, no, saline is fine. But
Saline's fine. It's great. But LR just has that little bit extra. It's almost similar to like Gatorade I hate to use that because Gatorade's not that great.
but it does have what plants crave.
Right.
And this is something I think Trump needs to learn about if he's going to go down the President Camacho route. Plants need electrolytes.
It's what you need.
Yeah,
so
that's what you need.
And in labor and delivery with our moms, they're always, especially in the desert here, they're always lacking the electrolytes no matter what. No matter how good you are about drinking water. I feel like here you're going to be dry anyway. So I always go with
It's a great point.
the LR because it's just extra. Why not? So we start with LR, we get that going. You know how your wife's veins are always very
Small. She's got little veins.
No.
No?
She may have little veins, but they're always right there, prominent. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They're prominent.
You're right. You've never had an issue before.
Right, but that morning I almost had an issue. I couldn't even see. That's one sign of dehydration for someone like her.
Yeah.
I couldn't even see her veins, which isn't normal. Normally you can see her veins prominently.
Yeah.
So she was already
right in the crease. I give her a hard time. Maybe not as much as mine, but usually you can see.
Usually you can see hers visually
because she's so white.
Yeah.
Just Swedish skin. You can see right through it.
White.
Yep.
And but I couldn't even palpate hers. That's how dehydrated she was.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
So we got started with some LR for her for sure. And then she was complaining. The biggest complaint was her headache.
Right.
And I made sure she hadn't taken anything, medicine before.
Right. Which she tried, right?
She tried. She
threw it up.
Vomited everything. So
yeah.
So I went ahead and gave her a little bit of extra magnesium because that's our standard treatment for like a migraine. And then some Toradol.
So the Toradol and this stuff is like, it helps people with migraines. Like if you're having a migraine.
Yeah, a migraine. Like if I'm called for a migraine call, it's extra magnesium and Toradol.
No kidding.
And a bag of fluids. So started her there.
Yeah.
And Toradol, she said it's since it goes straight into the veins instead of trying to go through GI and be picked up, it's effective within 5 to 10 minutes. Which
is just remarkable if you can't hold down water.
Right. It's going systemically, so
you bypass the whole
guts trying to pick it up and pull it out of the medication through digestion. So you get relief so quickly.
So typically we've used your services before. Typically for post like ludicrous pool parties,
Right.
concerts.
Dehydrating activities.
Usually just when we're having a terrible day after one of the best days of our lives.
Right.
That's when we've used, and it's
Right.
always fantastic. But when I got home after you gave her she was doing dishes.
Yeah.
Which when I was sick with this same bug, I had the bug before.
Like, yeah, a few days before or so.
Like I had it for 3 or 4 days.
And you didn't call me.
And I should have. I regret that deeply now. Because what I did was way worse. I took, and I've never taken this before, but we're at a water park. I have the worst diarrhea of my life. Like 10 minutes away from the pot was too much time. And if I drank a sip of water,
You got to go.
and it was like ounce for ounce, it had to be
In and out.
in and out. So we go to the water park. I'm not chancing it. I'm not going to be that guy that that wrecks the pool, man, or going down the slide.
That
and
wrecks
gets
a pool for 24 hours.
for
at
24 hours
least.
and for everybody. So I buy they have them there at the water park, right behind the counter. So I sucked it up. I was like, give me one of those blue boxes right there.
Yep,
Like,
that blue box. Yep.
She made me say it. The word. I'm like, I'll take the anti-diarrhea medication. I took the 2 pills. No lie, did not BM for 3 days. Completely. Because my gut's still wrecked. So it would start turning on me. So I'm like, I better eat something. I'd order a burger, French fries, put it down. I ate the whole time. So I'm just a
And then
bloated
you're
mess.
not going to the bathroom. Yeah.
Not going to the bathroom at all. Our friends, they're all taking tequila shots. Kiki eventually like talks me into taking a tequila shot. So I've got 3 days worth of alcohol and shitty food packed in me.
Gut rotting it there.
And so when it finally, I feel like when that medication wore off, I was right back into the,
It's just a mask. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a Band-Aid for the current situation.
which was great for the water park. But
Right.
now I'm thinking maybe if I got some good fluids in me and I just passed everything before I made it to the park,
You got to let it work its way through.
work its way through, then I would have probably had a fantastic time. So it's funny we haven't talked. Have you ever done this, Steve? It is so worth it. Post like hangovers. If you have a bad migraine, if you have a gut issue,
So much.
so many different. If you've just had a grueling week at the workout and you're tired for your weekend, like rehydrate up,
Bounce back, yeah.
a bounce back, just a recovery formula.
Yep.
Like,
There's one called a recovery. Just for that.
yeah, right. So you
So
guys have
good.
different packages
Yeah.
that are listed for different things. But it really works. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yep.
And I think you introduced us to it.
Yeah, I
and
did. I was really stupid last year. I'm a nurse, but I still decided at 117 degrees to go out for a walk jog.
Yeah.
And that was a mistake. And I ended up having to give one to myself.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. I was like, yep, I'm that person.
Oh
So,
man.
Yeah. It's
So
it's
you
amazing because I
brought
mean,
yourself out of heat stroke.
Yep. It saved me from going in and doing the same thing. So
Wow. Yeah, I really believe in it. Booth, have you ever tried this out?
I've not. I've heard really good things though, especially with the different packages
Stuff.
that you can do. Yeah, I've heard really, really good stuff.
Yeah. All right. So we had a couple other things on here.
Yeah.
I don't want to take up too much of
No,
more of
that's
your
fine.
time. Is there anything currently inside the medical community you're hearing about dietary recommendations? We know about weird avocados that exist out there with chemicals. We just talked about Bill Gates is trying to make some sort of new fake butter because there's a butter problem out there.
moved
I guess.
on from the meat.
Yeah.
Moved on from meat, now he's
I don't
making
think he's moving
butter out
on.
of CO2.
CO2 butter.
Bring them all together.
CO2 butter. Can we get it by the soda fountain?
Could you imagine putting a cup of
Ew. Oh. right into your
Soft serve.
mashed potatoes.
So just any general recommendation?
I wouldn't say specifically from the medical community, but I've really been, you know how you find rabbit holes and you kind of go down them.
Yeah.
Mine for a few years actually now have been, and you know that I try, I'm just really bad at it, but I try to do the plant-based, the whole food plant-based.
Oh yeah.
That's, I really do feel like that's where it's at. Like some of the research I've seen is just, it's incredible, but it is really hard to do, especially with SAD, the standard American diet. It's so difficult.
That is a fire acronym
SAD.
for
That's what they call
diet.
it. Standard American diet.
Standard American diet. It is sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
Well, Dee, your brother is that we should try and get him on the pod sometime, but he is like a bodybuilder. Right? Massive
No meat,
dude.
none of that stuff. No certain
meat.
dyes, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
He looks into all that stuff. He's been doing it for years. And he's just
100% plant based.
He's older than me, but he looks way younger.
Really?
Way younger, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We got to get him on the pod. We should talk about it. It's interesting because it's very difficult to do with our diet, with what
So hard.
our options are, right?
Yep.
But if you can perfect it, people really thrive.
And the crazy thing is there's so many resources out there to help you. It's just we are actually addicted to this sad diet. So
Yeah.
whether you think so or not, we really are.
We are addicted
We
to
are
it.
already.
It's convenient
Because
too.
we're handed Lunchables and peanut butter and jellies when we're little, and then it cascades and bologna.
Yeah, there's no such thing
Literally,
as like,
bologna is just bologna.
I love bologna.
See? Yep.
This is all making sense.
well, there's no such thing as like fast plant-based food.
No.
Like there's not.
Well, there is. It's called like romaine.
Oh,
Chopped it up.
but even places that serve romaine, like even
I know.
Salad and Go, they got sugar.
Yeah. So when I go to like Salad and Go, I order the Greek salad, and I say no feta cheese on it because cheese is not in a whole food plant-based. I know you have to get rid of.
It would be so hard for me to give up cheese, dude.
You get rid of cheese.
I love cheese so much.
Yeah, because it's addictive.
I'm so addicted to it.
is.
I had a whole
Our brain treats it like that
triangle of
meth.
cheese yesterday.
Circle back to that meth. Our brain treats it like meth.
just
Same
talking
thing.
about cheese right now. I
You're
got
like,
hungry.
Yeah, but my favorite food is salad. It really is. So we would think it'd be easy, but have you been to have you ever had a donut?
Yeah.
Donuts are good.
They're
It's
so
like
good.
it's so hard to get away from it. So
The booth is actually our specialist here inside the podcast about donuts. He loves donuts so much.
Donut specialist.
Famously loves donuts.
I don't think I've had a donut in 10 years.
What didn't he have like a donut hat or something on? What didn't I?
Yeah, the donut.
So that makes you the specialist
Yeah.
for sure.
He's our senior donut correspondent. Booth.
Yeah.
Actually, so when I was a teenager, I went to work with an aunt who worked at a donut place.
Oh,
And we made, over the course of 2 nights, like 600 pounds of donuts in these big, just vats of hot oil and grease, and it was disgusting. So for there, I didn't eat a donut for ever.
That
because
would
it was
help.
Such a
Yeah.
disgusting process.
mass production of food seems to be like kind of the culprit behind
Yeah.
like the bigger quantities you try and make of something.
I just saw a video how ramen noodles are. Not that I'm not really a ramen noodle person, but I saw the factory video. I was like,
Bologna.
It's funny that you bring up
Bologna.
That's my diet.
ramen noodle.
PB&J here.
the booth is
Sad.
also our senior ramen correspondent.
Yeah.
Put eggs and cheese in it.
Eggs and cheese. See,
How
sad.
is it? Is it bad? It's real bad.
It's
Huh?
bad. There's rats running all over. It's so bad. And then the machines. It's It's kind of like making 600. Yeah.
What were you saying? Did you say
Mm-hmm.
A little Trumpian.
Yeah. And then so my research with the documentaries and stuff on the whole food plant-based and if I can call some of them out,
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's a book called The China Study, and that it's stuff like that make you just kind of question. Well, we kind of have the answer right there. Why isn't it easier to obtain it?
Yes.
And just do it. That's the harder part.
Well, it makes you think that
It's hard.
like
It's
there's
right
some
there.
negatives to it, right? But
Right.
If you look at countries like India and like more of the what do you call it, like rural parts of China, that they have much more plant-based in their diets than the bigger
And
cities
their
in those places.
longevities are proving.
Their longevities are extreme.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I just watched something about a dude. He moved. I think he moved somewhere in China somewhere. And here he was overweight, had bad skin, everything. He went over there, changed his diet, started eating what they eat and everything.
Yeah.
Looked like a totally different person.
Yep. I did it one time.
Skin got better. His
Yeah.
face cleared up. He lost weight. He said he's not gaining weight anymore. He feels better just by that. He said even by the shower heads they use with the he said they got like filters and all that stuff on their shower heads for even the water's already clean, but it even makes the water more cleaner when it comes on.
They have charcoal in them and stuff. Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Very
insane.
interesting.
It's insane. And it goes deeper than that. I mean, it balances hormones. So we've talked about testosterone. It balances everything.
Yeah.
It makes our bodies are always working towards homeostasis and
Right.
feeding it. Like if you put us in the zoo, what would the zookeeper be handing us in the zoo? It would be
Sad. It would be sad.
it'd be sad.
It would be
It'd
sad.
be great. I wish somebody would just only hand me what
Oh
I should
yeah,
have.
yeah. You're saying the
You know what I
opposite
mean? I'm
version.
saying the
yeah.
opposite. Yeah.
I turned it into like we're in the zoo now,
We're in the zoo now.
and our zookeepers are
No.
not.
Our zookeepers are ourselves, and we're not doing a very good
yeah,
job.
we're doing
clearly.
a terrible job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But remember that thing we seen though? We was watching. I think it was a gorilla or something, and it had cut his face or cut something, and it started chewing on a piece of plant,
Probably aloe or something.
and it threw it on his, packed it in his face. And about a month later,
Yeah.
they
Healed
took
up.
a picture, and it healed up so good you barely could see it.
Yeah.
right.
And this is just an animal doing it, just chewing something, just throwing something on
It's
his
in
face.
there. I feel like it's in there for all of us.
It is
We're just so accustomed to the
something. I thought it hit me after watching that, and then I did a little bit of digging, and I found that even all of our modern medications, they come from plants and natural things that are pulled from the earth.
Well, what they talk about in some of these documentaries is that we're eating, say, beef. We're eating the cow.
Yeah.
Where's the cow getting their food?
Yeah, we're giving the cow garbage.
We're giving
Grass, plants.
Well, I mean, our
garbage.
farmed cows.
Our farmed cows are getting garbage, and then
Yeah.
we're just getting it secondhand.
Yeah, but the
But if we skip that little level altogether, and
back
go
to natural,
back
like
to
the,
what they're eating,
yeah,
just skip it because
yeah,
they're eating the grains, and that's how we're getting
pesticide.
the vitamins.
Yeah,
in the meat, and we don't need it. We can get the vitamins from.
Yeah,
We're getting those essential nutrients from the grains.
And they're pretty fat.
They are fat.
they're making it fat. But it is because it kind of juxtaposes the plant-based side a little bit. But they say even that cows' guts are such a good filter that even with the garbage we feed them, like if we're feeding them GMO,
They have 4 stomachs.
right? And we even if we give them GMO with I forget what that terrible pesticide is that they're using right now that they're finding traces in human beings, and mostly they're getting that from the plant. But what they give the cow's digestive system is so crazy that it's still the most unadulterated version of food that we have on the planet. Like beef is, it has all the essential amino acids. It has everything about it. Like if you had a diet that was solely beef, you're giving your body everything it needs just from the cow.
But because the cow is getting it.
Yeah,
for
the
you.
cow's getting it for you.
Mhm.
Right. It's interesting.
I also said there's a difference between the beef too. When I had that
Yeah.
grass fed,
Mhm.
I had that grass fed, and I had some. I don't think I told you I had that grass fed beef, and it
Yeah.
was actually like totally different taste.
So much
And it
better.
was really it tasted way better, like to the point where I really had to really season it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and got some regular beef from the store, and I'm like, even my wife, we don't eat it now. Like, this is bullshit beef.
Yeah.
This beef is bullshit.
Yeah. It cooks different too.
It cooks different. It's not, it's greasier, but that grass fed, it was just so good.
Yeah.
You can tell the difference in the taste.
We started buying beef from a place called ArizonaGrassRaisedBeef.com. And you can buy whole cow, half cow, or quarter cow. And they're great. Another good place is Gila River Cattle Company. And that's another Arizona grass-fed, free-range cow place. You're going to pay more, but like I said, we buy a cow, we fill up the fridge. It usually takes us a year to get through a whole cow. But there's a big difference when you buy it from the store. You're like, I don't know.
That's what I hear. I don't eat it.
Yeah. You don't eat it from the store.
I don't eat beef at all. No.
Oh. That would also be a hard one for me to give up. Like, I think about your brother. But this, again, this dude is
Like I said, he's been
beast.
doing it for so long now.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. Second
over
nature to
10
him.
years he's been.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if you put a beautiful, beautiful
He won't
ribeye in
touch
front
it.
of him.
I tried it.
But if he did, if he
tried.
tried to bite, could you imagine like neurons exploding like fireworks
But
in
it's
his brain?
different when you don't do that for so long. Your palate is different.
Right.
It's
It probably
so
might be
different.
gross to him.
He loves the smell. Like, oh, it smells.
Yeah.
But he won't touch it at all.
Won't touch it.
And everybody's worried about the whole protein issue with going whole food, plant-based. Everybody's like, oh, but where do you get your protein? It's like, but where do these cows get their protein? Where do these plant-based athletes get their protein? And in the hospitals, I don't see the low protein unit,
Yeah. Because you can see it in the blood.
right? You still you still get it.
There's protein
protein.
in plants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, it's
crazy.
definitely something to look into.
Something to think about. And
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
yeah.
Any closing thoughts?
Is it necessary to, when you have a newborn, you get vaccinations very quickly?
No.
No?
Except for there's one
Right.
that it's not necessarily a vaccine, but it's the vitamin K shot
Yes.
for clotting. That one, I mean, everybody has their argument either direction, but I personally feel like that one's pretty important for the blood clotting, especially if you have a little boy that's going to have a circumcision
Yeah.
and the blood clotting.
What about circumcision? What are your thoughts on nest?
I think that's a personal choice.
It's a weird
I
one.
left it up to my husband
Yeah.
because I'm like, I left it up to him to
Yeah.
decide for our
It really is
our
a
children.
personal choice.
I think
though,
it's a
huh?
personal choice on that one. I'm not going to get into any
Yeah.
side of things.
Yeah.
of that
The one side of stuff not worth getting into at all.
I get why people make a choice on both sides, to be honest. So.
Yeah. Because people with poor hygiene have poor hygiene and they have poor
Right?
hygiene
And you
issues.
can do all the education and it may not matter.
And you still might have poor hygiene, but there's no direct, I wouldn't say like,
There's data out there.
yeah, there's data.
There's data. I'd suggest to go to the data on that one.
Interesting.
And
Do-
data and the dad.
Yeah. But regardless of what you do, clean your
Clean
dog.
is always great.
Yeah, clean your wiener regularly, daily. some might say.
Thoroughly.
all the way.
All the way.
Get the creases, get the cracks.
Well, thanks for having me, though.
Absolutely.
been fun.
Dee, did
What
you
else?
have
What else?
any closing question?
No, I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good.
That was fun. Lindsay, thank you so
Yes.
much for coming.
No problem. It's been fun.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Yes, sir. All righty.
Yeah, just kind of a fun closing song. I'm going to dub it over with hip hop.
Should be Toy Story.
If you want.
Dub it over hip hop. What was it? Thanks.
What it mean to be the best? Riding foes, feeling unimpressed. Make me reminisce, throwing bows. Been in the corner, set my mind up on the goal. All I know is stay down, bad, I'm the goal. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now there ain't no debate. Yeah. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now there ain't no debate. Yeah. I ain't gotta say much. Know the boy got a touch. Another win for the rush. Another win for the rush. See me once and got a crush. See you twice and that's enough. Get the ring sized up. And that's for the championship. Yeah, I dropped in. Feeling like I need a top 10. Clean sweep, get the mop in. No roof, yeah, I hopped in. Champagne spraying, popped in. Paramedics on the speed dial. Turn the party to a mosh pit. Locked in. Supreme confidence, can't do broken promises. You can't talk the way I talk when you ain't got no accomplishments. On top taking up space, ain't no room for occupants. Always knew I had to glow, ain't no chance of blocking it. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now there ain't no debate. Yeah. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now there ain't no debate. Yeah, I dropped in, feeling like I need a top 10. Clean sweep, get the mop in. No roof, yeah, I hopped in. Champagne spraying, popped in. Paramedics on the speed dial. Turn the party to a mosh pit. Locked in. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now there ain't no debate. Yeah. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now there ain't no debate. Yeah.